Hello and thank you for tuning into this edition of News Today. Without delay, let's have a look at the headlines first. Cruise Bharat Mission launched. India launches BharatGen, world's first government-funded multimodal large language model. India BioEconomy Report 2024 unveiled at 4th Global Bio-India Summit. Annual Survey of Industries released by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation for financial year 2022-23. Thematic hubs under National Quantum Mission established. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs launches Jal Hi AMRIT program. The Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways has officially launched the Cruise Bharat Mission, a bold step toward positioning India as a key global hub for cruise tourism. So what is the Cruise Bharat Mission all about? Its main aim is to excel in India's vision to become a global hub for cruise tourism and promote the country as the leading global cruise destination. The mission aims to double the country's cruise passenger traffic within the next 5 years, targeting a significant increase from 4.6 lakh passengers in 2024 to over 9 lakh by 2029. Along with that, the number of cruise calls, which currently stands at 254, is expected to surge to 500 by 2030. Now, let's look at the roadmap. The mission will be implemented in 3 distinct phases. In Phase 1, running from 2024 to 2025, the focus will be on forming cruise alliances with neighboring countries. Moving into Phase 2, from 2025 to 2027, the emphasis shifts to developing new cruise terminals and destinations, enhancing the overall passenger experience. Finally, Phase 3, from 2027 to 2029, will work toward fully integrating cruise circuits across the Indian subcontinent. The mission doesn't stop there. It covers 3 major cruise segments: ocean and harbour cruises, including ocean cruises, deep sea and coastal cruises, along with harbour-based yachting and sailing cruises. Additionally, river and inland cruises, focusing on river-based and inland cruises on canals, backwaters, creeks and lakes. And lastly, the island cruise segment, highlighting inter-island cruises, lighthouse tours, etc. Now, why is this mission so significant? Well, for one, it promises major employment generation. The revamped cruise sector is expected to create around 4 lakh jobs, offering new opportunities for the Indian workforce. It will also promote India's rich cultural, historical and natural circuits, allowing passengers to explore the beauty of the Indian subcontinent in a unique way. Moreover, the mission aligns with the government's push to develop world-class infrastructure, which could have a ripple effect on other sectors, particularly maritime trade. The Cruise Bharat Mission rests on 5 strategic pillars. First, sustainable infrastructure and capital, which aims to address infrastructure gaps and ensure environmentally sustainable development. Next, operations including technology, designed to streamline the operational aspects of the cruise industry. The regulatory, fiscal and financial policy pillar will see the launch of a national cruise tourism policy, creating a framework for growth. The 4th pillar, cruise promotion and circuit integration, will focus on international marketing and investment promotion to attract more cruise lines and tourists to India. Finally, capacity building and economic research will emphasize skill development to equip the workforce for this growing sector. Moving ahead, we are witnessing a groundbreaking step in the field of artificial intelligence. India has officially launched BharatGen, the world's first government-funded multimodal large language model, or MLLM. This initiative comes under the Ministry of Science and Technology and is part of India's ambitious vision of making AI in India and making AI for India. Now, let's dive deeper into what BharatGen is all about. The primary aim of this initiative is to create generative AI systems capable of producing high-quality text, speech and even multimodal content in a wide range of Indian languages. The project is being spearheaded by IIT Bombay and is part of the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber-Physical Systems. One of the unique aspects of BharatGen is that it will be built and trained on Bharatiya data sets, meaning the data is collected and curated right here in India, reducing reliance on foreign models. The model also has multilingual and multimodal nature, which takes into account the diverse languages, dialects, and cultural context of the country. And here's the best part. It's an open source platform, meaning it will be accessible to all citizens, promoting technological development across industrial, commercial, cultural, and inclusive technological development. To understand how significant this is, let's briefly talk about multimodal large language models and generative AI. MLLMs are essentially large language models trained on extensive datasets including not just text, but non-textual data like images, audio, and video as well. These models use machine learning and are capable of recognizing and interpreting human languages or other complex data types. Generative AI is perhaps the most well-known application of these large language models. It includes algorithms or deep learning models that can be used to create new content, including audio, code, images, text, and more. Now, all of this is being made possible under the umbrella of the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber-Physical Systems, which was launched back in 2018 with the Department of Science and Technology as its implementing agency. This mission aims to bring together academia, industry, government, and international organizations to foster entrepreneurship, translational research, and the commercialization of cyber-physical systems technologies. Cyber-physical systems are networked systems where the computational or cyber components are tightly integrated with physical elements. A good example of this would be autonomous vehicles or even smart grids. With BharatGen, India is stepping into a future where AI development is not only localized but also representative of the country's diverse linguistic and cultural fabric. In an exciting development for India's innovation landscape, the India BioEconomy Report 2024 has been officially unveiled at the 4th Global Bio-India Summit. Brought out by the Department of Biotechnology and BIRAC, the report captures the phenomenal progress of India's rapidly growing bioeconomy sector. So what exactly is a bioeconomy? In simple terms, it's the knowledge-based production and use of biological resources to create products, processes, and services that align with the sustainable economic system. If you look at the key findings, then the numbers speak for themselves. India's bioeconomy has reached an impressive $151 billion in 2023, accounting for 4.25% of the country's GDP and employing over 3.3 million people. And this is just the beginning. By 2030, the sector is expected to soar to $300 billion. Now, let's break it down further. India's bioeconomy is driven by several key subsectors. The largest is the bio-industrial sector, contributing around 48% of the total. This includes biofuels, chemicals, and bioplastics. Then, we have the bioagriculture sector, making up 8%, which includes genetically modified crops like BT cotton. The biopharma sector is another significant contributor, representing 36%, and it focuses on pharmaceuticals, medical devices, and diagnostics. Lastly, bio-IT and research services contribute another 8%, encompassing contract research, clinical trials, and bioinformatics. But it's not just about numbers. The report highlights some major achievements India has made in the bioeconomy space. For instance, India is now leading global vaccine manufacturer, supplying 25% of the vaccines purchased by the WHO, and 20% of its vaccine exports go to Africa. Additionally, India is making strides towards energy independence as the world's third largest producer and consumer of ethanol. And in healthcare, we have seen breakthroughs like the approval of the country's first gene therapy clinical trial for hemophilia A. On top of that, between 2021 and 2023, the biotech startup ecosystem surged by approximately 59%, with around 8,500 startups now in operation. The government is playing a crucial role in fueling this growth. Several initiatives have been launched to boost the bioeconomy. For example, the Biomanufacturing Initiative. Here, the Department of Biotechnology's BioE3 policy focuses on biomanufacturing. In 2023, new intellectual property guidelines were introduced to better commercialize public-funded research. Additionally, governance and structural reforms such as the restructuring of 14 autonomous institutes into the Biotechnology Research and Innovation Council have been put in place. Looking ahead, the government is also addressing critical infrastructure gaps and aims to streamline operations through technology-enabled processes. The BioRRAP or Biological Research Regulatory Approval Portal has simplified the approval process for biological research, reducing regulatory bottlenecks. These efforts underscore India's commitment to building sustainable infrastructure while promoting innovation in the bioeconomy sector. The Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation has released its annual survey of industries for the fiscal year 2022-23, offering valuable insights into the changing dynamics of India's manufacturing sector. The ASI serves as a vital tool, capturing the composition, growth, and structure of manufacturing industries through key economic indicators. One of the most important indicators highlighted in the report is Gross Value Added or GVA. But what exactly is Gross Value Added? It's essentially the value of output minus the value of intermediate consumption, essentially measuring the contribution made by an individual producer, industry, or sector to the overall GDP. The formula is simple. GVA equals gross output minus intermediate consumption. Unlike the net value added, GVA includes the depreciation of capital, making it a crucial metric for understanding sectoral growth. Now, let's dive into the key findings from this year's report. The manufacturing sector saw its GVA grow by an impressive 7.3% at current prices in 2022-23 compared to the previous fiscal year. Leading to the charge, Maharashtra emerged as the top state in manufacturing GVA, followed closely by Gujarat. This growth is not just limited to GVA. The report highlights that major economic parameters including invested capital, employment and wages have also surpassed pre-pandemic levels in absolute value terms. So what are the key drivers behind this surge in manufacturing growth? The report identifies sectors such as the manufacture of basic metals, coke and refined petroleum products as well as food products as the main contributors. When it comes to employment, a staggering 7.4% increase in manufacturing employment in 2022-23 over previous year has been seen. Adding to that, Tamil Nadu has emerged as the highest employing state, followed by Maharashtra. This illustrates the regional strength of India's manufacturing workforce, providing jobs and livelihoods to millions across the country. For those unfamiliar, the Annual Survey of Industry or ASI is conducted under the Collection of Statistics Act 2008, except for Jammu and Kashmir, where it is carried out under J&K Collection of Statistics Act 2010. The survey covers a wide range of industries including factories registered under Sections 2 Clause M, Subclause 1 and 2 of the Factories Act 1948, establishments involved in bidi and cigar manufacturing establishments under Bidi and Cigar Workers Conditions of Employment Act 1966, and electricity undertakings not registered with the Central Electricity Authority. Additionally, units with 100 or more employees registered in the Business Register of Establishments are also covered. With this latest data, the ASI offers a comprehensive snapshot of India's manufacturing sector, highlighting both its growth trajectory and the underlying factors driving its progress. In a significant step towards advancing quantum technology in India, the Ministry of Science and Technology has announced the establishment of 4 thematic hubs or T-hubs under the National Quantum Mission. These hubs will bring together 14 technical groups spread across 17 states and 2 union territories. Now, let's talk about the core areas these T-hubs will focus on and the institutions leading them. They are the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, which will handle quantum computing. IIT Madras will take the lead of quantum communication. IIT Bombay will focus on quantum sensing and metrology. And finally, IIT Delhi will work on quantum materials and devices. But why are these T-hubs so important? They bring together experts from diverse fields like physics, computer science, etc., and also bridges the gap between research and industry. The collaborative structure follows the hub-spoke-spike model, creating a dynamic network that connects central hubs with various research products and individual research groups. Now, let's step back and look at the National Quantum Mission or NQM itself. The mission, which will run from 2023 to 2031, aims to seed, nurture and scale up scientific and industrial research and development in quantum technology. The goal here is to create a vibrant and innovative ecosystem in this field. The Department of Science and Technology under the Ministry of Science and Technology is the implementing agency for this mission, which is one of 9 missions under the Prime Minister's Science Technology Innovation Advisory Council. One of the key targets of this mission is the development of intermediate-scale quantum computers and satellite-based secure quantum communications. These advancements are set to position India as a leader in quantum technology. In related news, the Indian Army has signed a contract for quantum key distribution technology under the IDEX initiative, which fosters innovation in the defense and aerospace sector by engaging industries including MSMEs, startups, individual innovators, etc. So now, what is quantum key distribution? It works by sending photons or quantum particles of light across optical links. It utilizes properties of quantum mechanics that enables two parties to share random secret keys that are only known to receiver and can be used to encrypt or decrypt messages. In a significant initiative aimed at improving water management in urban areas, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has officially launched the Jal Hi AMRIT program under AMRIT 2.0 or AMRUT 2.0. This ambitious effort focuses on improving the quality of treated water in urban sewage treatment plants and promoting the recycling of treated water across cities and towns. Now, what is the Jal Hi AMRIT program all about? The key purpose of this program is to incentivize states and union territories to ensure that used water or sewage treatment plants are not only treating wastewater effectively, but also producing good quality, recyclable treated water. The program brings with it several key aspects, including a clean water credit system, which will create competition among cities to develop better capacities and incentivize them to attain good quality used treated water. Now, let me explain that in a bit more detail. Under this clean water credit system, sewage treatment plants or STPs will be awarded star ratings ranging from 3 stars to 5 stars, depending on the quality of treated water they produce. These credits will be valid for 6 months, encouraging continuous improvement in water management practices. And it doesn't stop there. Performance-based incentives will be provided to these STPs based on star ratings or clean water credit. An important part of this initiative is also promoting water circularity, recycling and reusing water to ensure sustainable urban water management. Now, let's briefly shift our focus to the broader framework of AMRIT 2.0, which serves as a foundation for the Jal Hi AMRIT program. The Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation or AMRIT 2.0 was launched by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in the year 2021 with a tenure of 5 years. Its main goal is to provide universal coverage of water supply through functional household taps in all statutory towns. Additionally, AMRIT 2.0 includes comprehensive septage management in 500 cities, covered in first phase of AMRIT scheme. The AMRIT 1.0 scheme was the first phase, launched in the year 2015, which aimed to provide basic civic amenities such as water supply, sewage management, and storm water drainage in selected cities and towns across India. In today's Place in News, we will discuss Albania with its capital Tirana. India opened new mission in Albania to boost its diplomatic footprint. If we talk about its political features, it is located in southern Europe, western part of the Balkan Peninsula, which is located between the Adriatic Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Aegean Sea and the Black Sea. Its bordering areas are Montenegro to the northwest, Kosovo to the northeast, North Macedonia to the east, Greece to the southeast and south. Its maritime boundaries are shared with Adriatic Sea to the west and Ionian Sea to the southwest. In terms of its geographical features, it features North Albanian Alps mountain range. Its highest point is Mount Korup, and additionally the Strait of Otranto connects Adriatic Sea with Ionian Sea. Its major rivers are Drin, Seman, etc. As we wrap up today's bulletin, let's have a look at some quick updates. 8th edition of India-Kazakhstan Annual Joint Military Exercise Kazind 2024 commenced in Oli, Uttarakhand. Its aim is to enhance joint military capability of both sides to undertake counter-terrorism operations in a sub-conventional scenario. Government approved changes to the remission of duties and taxes on exported products scheme. Introduced in 2021, its aim is refunding taxes, duties and levies at the central, state and local levels on the exported products. Amid reports of cyber slavery, Telecom Ministry to disconnect 2.17 crore mobile connections. Cyber slavery is a form of modern exploitation that begins with online deception and evolves into physical human trafficking. Hurricane Helen in USA downgraded to post-tropical cyclone. A post-tropical cyclone is a cyclone that no longer possesses sufficient tropical characteristics to be considered a tropical cyclone. 2 critically endangered species of amphibians, cave dancing frog and Indraneel's night frog, were found in Mudumalai Tiger Reserve. Mudumalai Tiger Reserve is part of Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve along with Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary, Kerala, Bandipur National Park, Karnataka, Mukurthi National Park and Silent Valley. The Department of Social Justice and Empowerment and National Legal Services Authority launched Sarthi 1.0. Its aim is to empower disadvantaged communities through awareness generation, legal support promoting effective access to welfare schemes. First rocky planet has been spotted orbiting a burned-out star called a white dwarf. White dwarf star is stellar core, left behind after a dying star has exhausted its nuclear fuel and expelled its outer layers to form a planetary nebula. TRAI released consultation paper on formulating a digital radio broadcast policy for private radio broadcasters. Presently, private sector radio broadcasters are licensed to transmit programs in FM frequency band 88 to 108 MHz only. Before we sign off, let's challenge your understanding in today's installment of Test Your Knowledge. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found this episode of News Today engaging. For the solution to the quiz and to access the PDF version of News Today, remember to visit the provided links in the description below.